Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, today our topic is biological molecules. Biological molecules are actually those molecules which are present in the living organisms. So all those molecules, all other molecules which are present in the living organisms are known to be a biological molecules. So like the molecules, as you know, they are made up of atoms. So biological molecules are also made up of atoms, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. So it means that biological molecules mainly made up of these major atoms, elements, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. And if you see that the biological molecules are classified in two main groups, one is known to be a macromolecule, and other group is known to be a micromolecules. So macromolecules are those molecules which has higher molecular weight, which are large in size. These macromolecules are also known as a polymers. So polymers are those molecules which are made up of many small molecules which are known as monomers. So it's very easy to understand that macro means large. So macromolecules are the large molecules. Why they are called to be large? Because they have higher molecular weights. They have higher molecular weights and they are made up of many small units. And they are also known to be a polymers. And they are made up of small units, and the small units are known monomer. Mono means single one. So monomers, and the types of macromolecules are protein, carbohydrates, lipids, and DNA. So in this lesson, we discuss first of all the molecule which is here carbohydrate. So if you see, dear students, the carbohydrates are carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen containing compounds. They are carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen containing compounds. So these carbohydrates are very important. As you see in the diagram, that there are so many types of food material like fruits, like vegetables, the cereals, grains, they are actually carbohydrates. They are main source of energy and building material as one. So mainly the corn, rice, wheat, potato, these are carbohydrates. Sugar is a carbohydrate. So carbohydrates are carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen containing compound, and the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen is 2:1. So hydrogen and oxygen in the ratio of 2 and 1. So these organic compounds are found in two different types, either in a aldo form and either in a keto form. If you see that in aldehyde or aldo form, that C double bonding O and H, and in keto form only C double bonding O. So there are within the carbohydrates two types, aldo carbohydrates and keto carbohydrates. So students, let's have a look that the classification of carbohydrates. In the classification of carbohydrates, here you see, as I told you, that aldo and keto main types of carbohydrates. The most common example of aldo carbohydrate is glucose, and the keto carbohydrate is fructose. And now come to the classification of carbohydrates. There are three types of carbohydrates. Number one, monosaccharides, and number two, disaccharides, and number 3 polysaccharides. Here in front of you, monosaccharides are there. Monosaccharides are those carbohydrates which are known to be a simple sugar because they are made up of 3 carbon to 7 carbon chain. They are made up of 3 carbon to 7 carbon chain, and they are simple sugar. They are sweet in taste. They are completely soluble in water. They are not further hydrolyzed into smaller carbohydrates. So the most common example of monosaccharides is glucose. As you see here, C6H12O6, and this is its formula. And the second important thing is this: here in front of you, two types of monosaccharide glucose. One is known to be a beta glucose and other is a alpha glucose. As you see, both are the monosaccharides, both are the glucose, but the difference is alpha and beta. So what is the difference? What make these two glucose different is the first carbon OH group. If you see here in red color, the OH group of the alpha is down the carbon, and in beta it's at the top of the carbon, the first carbon. So this is the difference of alpha and beta glucose. So keep remember this, and both are the glucose molecules. So here if I show you disaccharides, disaccharides are actually those carbohydrates which are made up of two or more than two carbohydrates. So right now here polysaccharide is mentioned. So in the next lesson I will start from here, but I told you disaccharide first and then I will explain polysaccharide. So keep in touch and subscribe my channel, and please comment if you like and what you want more topics, I will explain it. So in the next lesson I will start from disaccharides and polysaccharide. Thank you very much.